Relationships are complex. The more we can learn about how we maintain them and why they do or do not work, the better able we will be to deal with them. What can we do to revamp our relationships? How can we make better balanced relationships? There are 8 golden tips to solve your relationship problems. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it, and don't forget to download the book. I have put the link in the description. Do you have relationship problems and do you not want to lose your partner? Then work on it together. You still have to see a future for your relationship, otherwise you better stop right away. Now you should not choose to stay in a relationship because separating is not practical or you cannot do it to the children. You have to solve relationship problems, or you have to conclude that there is no future together. Sticking together for the wrong reasons won't work. Tip number 1, find the problem with yourself first. First, find out for yourself where you think the problems are coming from. Also, take a critical look at yourself. Are you bothered by something that makes you react more violently, or is your head perhaps somewhere else? Relationship problems have usually contributed to both partners, but you can check for yourself what your contribution is. You can only change it if you know it. Solving relationship problems is not a matter of indicating what you want differently, you will also have to take steps yourself. Tip number 2, take the time for a good conversation. As soon as communication between partners is no longer good, the relationship gets jeopardized. People often still talk about household matters, but there are no substantive conversations about what keeps you busy. These do not have to be in-depth conversations, but for example, discussing the last day together is good for your relationship. After all, other topics will also be discussed within the conversation, such as feelings. Above all, discuss matters that you think should be different. This way you can avoid irritations and frustrations. Sometimes you can solve relationship problems by communicating more. In a conversation, ask your partner how she is doing. By asking such a question, you invite your partner to start a conversation about feelings. Tip number 3, check your relationship. Where do we stand? Where are we going? Within a relationship, it is good to set clear goals. Interested in your partner's wishes and goals. This way you can find out to what extent you are still in line. Also, look back at your relationship to date. What do you feel for each other and how much do you love each other? This is decisive for the sustainability of the relationship. This will also reveal what needs to be done differently. Where are the obstacles and how can you clear them up? Tip number 4, put yourself in the position of your partner. Try to understand for yourself what the problem in your relationship is according to your partner. Try to empathize with her situation. This will make it easier to see the relationship problems from the eyes of your partner. By understanding the problems, you can also try to solve and articulate them more easily towards your partner. Also, try to make your position clear to your partner. Try to make it clear to him/her so that your partner will also understand you better. Tip number 5, take a weekend break together. Nothing is more relaxing than a holiday. For example, plan 2 nights in a hotel on the coast. By being on vacation you can escape the daily grind and make time for each other. The relaxed and lighthearted atmosphere will do your relationship good. Don't just book a hotel, but also think about fun activities. Make sure you have enough time for in-depth conversations. A few nights in a different environment is also good for your sex life. During the holidays, try to get closer together again. Tip number 6, join relationship therapy together. You can initially try to solve relationship problems yourself, but if it is not possible to work it out together, relationship therapy can offer a solution. Many people find it a big step to go into therapy, but it will benefit the relationship. You can tell your story under the guidance of an expert. It can be very liberating to talk about the problems you have within the relationship. You do not quickly discuss it with friends and family members. The therapist is not going to say who is right or who is wrong. The goal is to get you talking in the right way. You have to solve the relationship problems yourself. Tip number 7, there's no love without respect. She doesn't respect me, so why should I have to respect her? Dylan leaned forward, certain I'd agree with him. But Jayla cut in with a shrug of her shoulders, I'd respect him if he started acting like a man instead of a teenage boy. Dylan looked to me, see what I have to put up with? I knew that if I said nothing, they'd go straight into fighting over the same thing they always fought about. Outrage over what he did. Indignation over what she did. An image flickered through my mind of another couple, sitting in the same place Dylan and Jayla were sitting now. On the surface, they seemed completely different. Honey was a big personality, and she kept her man in line. "He don't dare disrespect me," she declared with confidence. The man sitting next to her didn't say a word, but I could see the tension in his hunched shoulders. Maybe Honey had trained him to respect her, but I wondered if his submission was hiding feelings of resentment. Respect is a big issue in relationships. And for good reason. There's no love without respect. Some psychologists even believe that respect is more important than love. You can grow to love someone you respect deeply. But feeling disrespected by someone erodes the very foundation of your relationship. So what exactly is respect? We'd normally say it's a feeling of admiration towards someone. You hold them in high regard. That doesn't mean you think they're perfect, sometimes they do or say things that are wrong. But their human imperfections don't diminish the light you see shining in them. Many spiritual traditions encourage respect towards all living beings. In this broader view of respect, you don't even have to like someone to respect them. You choose to treat others with respect, regardless of how you feel about them personally. It's this view that I believe is most useful in relationships. Dylan and Jayla believed that respect had to be earned, that you couldn't respect someone who didn't deserve it. What I hoped to teach them was that respect was like love, best when it's mutual, habitual, and as unconditional as possible. If there's disrespect going on in your relationship, don't fight about it. Talk about it. Here are the 3 respect principles you should be discussing. Respect principle number 1, respect should be mutual. You're in a relationship because both of you love each other. If just one of you felt loved, say, he loved you but you didn't love him back, then you wouldn't have a relationship. The feeling has to be mutual. Same goes for respect. If you respect him but he doesn't respect you back, then what you have isn't a healthy relationship. It's a power struggle. Power ends up concentrated in the hands of the person who doesn't respect the other. Honey thought her relationship was great because her man didn't disrespect her, but she never asked if he felt respected. Respect goes both ways. Respect principle number 2. Respect should be habitual. People who get married believing they'll love each other for the rest of their lives are in for a rude shock. Feeling in love isn't a constant. It comes and goes. Solid couples quickly learn they can't base their behavior on something as ephemeral as loving feelings. They learn to act lovingly towards one another even if they're not feeling it at the moment. Same goes for respect. Feelings of admiration towards your partner will come and go. Some days, you'll think he's amazing. Other days, you'll wonder why you're with him. That's okay. You don't have to feel respect for him every day for the rest of your life. You just have to treat him in a way that shows respect. Respect, like love, is a habit. Respect principle number 3. Respect should aspire to be unconditional. Most love in this world is conditional. We don't love people no matter what. We love people as long as they conform to our expectations. That's why the love between a parent and a child is so beautiful. At its best, it's unconditional. Parents don't stop loving their children, even if their children disappoint them. Wouldn't it be wonderful to get love like that from a romantic partner? But that's not always possible. If your partner disappoints you by lying or cheating on you, you don't have to keep loving him. Your love has limits. Same goes for respect. Respect is never going to be completely unconditional. If he lies or cheats, you're probably going to lose your respect for him, and rightfully so. But most men aren't liars or cheats. They're good guys doing their best, just not always measuring up. Respect is an essential condition of love. It shouldn't be used as a reward for good behavior. So don't withdraw your respect to punish him, any more than you'd withhold your love. You might tell him, you're going to do things I don't like, but I'm still going to try to respect you as the one I love. And make sure he makes the same promise to you. Tip number 8, use sex as a crowbar. In an early relationship, sex is very important to get closer together. Sex unfairly takes on a less prominent role in a long-term relationship. It still happens, but always in the same way in the same order. Partners with relationship problems will have little or no sex at all. No sex will further worsen the relationship. Try to think creatively to make your sex life more fun again. For example, buy lingerie or sex toys. You can also have more sex with your partner again by paying extra attention. Sex plays an important role in a good love relationship. Keep this in mind. Recognize when a relationship can no longer be saved. A relationship only works if it gives you both happiness. Is this no longer the case? Then ask yourself whether there is any future in your relationship. It is better to end a relationship without a future as soon as possible. There may also be a situation where the relationship problems cannot be solved or there are large differences in important views and wishes. An insurmountable difference in wishes is, for example, a wish for children. One does not want children and the other does. Determine for yourself if there is still a future for you. In the long run, this can be an insurmountable difference. What if not both are willing to solve the relationship problems? Nobody wants to be in a relationship dominated by quarrels and a bad atmosphere. In order to work on it, both partners must want to invest time and energy. If one of them does not want to cooperate, the problems are not valued by the non-cooperating partner. Another option is that she has already given up the relationship. Draw your conclusions here. Extensive online video explanation to experience a healthy and happy relationship. Again, a healthy relationship ensures happy life. A bad relationship leads to stress, misfortune and a lot of drama. We should be happy that there are people who have spent years trying to do everything to find out exactly what makes a relationship go well or what makes it go bad. Discover in his Secret Obsession program exactly how you make your relationship feel like a never-ending honeymoon in love. Try the His Secret Obsession program risk-free. Get the relationship where your partner is 100% committed to you, without frictions or annoying tensions. Do you have relationship and dating problems? And is your relationship currently under tension? Research shows that 78% of all relationships are broken and 38.8% of all marriages break up. These are shocking numbers. But there is hope. I have developed an extensive program to help you regain more control in your relationship. If you want to solve your relationship and dating problems, then click below the description link and download the book, and also please subscribe to my channel. Good luck.